students, how are you all? Hope that you all are fine as well as healthy. So we are learning biology, chapter number 1. The title of chapter number 1 is Living World. Okay. So before starting today's lecture, we are going to revise some basic concept of the last lecture. So in last video lecture, we have talked about the two different type of concept. The first concept is about the introduction and second concept is about the growth. So if we are going to revise this both at a glance, you know that in introduction we can say that our living world means our earth is very wonderful, is very beautiful, because so many types of habitats are there. Okay, so many types of habitats, like you can say that rivers are there, lakes, ponds, forests, sea, ocean, desert, hot spring. So different types of habitats are there in our living world, and in different type of habitats, different type of organisms doing different type of activities, okay, are living. So we can say that in different type of habitats, different type of organisms are living and they are able to survive in particular habitat. So according to your syllabus, 4 examples are there. The first example is about the valley of flower. Second example, you can say that the attacking shark. Third example, you can say that the galloping horse. And fourth and last example is what? Fourth and last example, we can say that the migration found in the birds. You know that the birds are able to do migration. Okay, so these all are the examples. Then we can say that there are main two types of question. First is a technical question and second is a philosophical question. The technical question, we can say that what is living organism, and philosophical question, we can say that what is purpose of life. Then you can say that different type of characters are there of the different type of organisms, like growth, then reproduction, development, then differentiation, self-awareness, replication, okay, interaction, then awareness to the surrounding environment, entropy, as well as death. So these all are the particular characters. Out of this all, we have talked about the only one which is known as growth. Okay, what is growth? You know that the growth is increasing in number or increasing in mass. Okay, growth is nothing but it is one type of character. It is one type of peculiar structure of living organisms. Okay, if we talk about the plants, in plants growth is not limiting factor. It means in plants growth is found continuous throughout their lifespan, while in the case of animals growth is one type of limiting factor and it will be stopped after certain age. Okay, if we talk about the damaged tissue, then the cell of damaged tissue showing growth with the help of cell division. If we talk about the unicellular organisms, okay, then in unicellular organisms growth is also found with the help of cell division. We can see the growth in unicellular organism in vitro in a test tube by counting the cell with the help of one machine which is known as the microscope. You know that the microscope is used for the observation of unicellular organisms, okay, because you are not able to see unicellular organisms with your naked eyes. So these all are the examples. Then we did some arguments about the non-living object, and after this all arguments of both living and non-living, we gave one conclusion, and conclusion is what? Conclusion is that growth is found in living organism, yes, but it is not 100% sufficient character of the living organism. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the next important character of the living organism. So the title of today's question is what? Title of today's question is reproduction. Okay, see here, title of today's question is reproduction, and reproduction is the most important short note. Reproduction is the most important short note, and it is a question of 2 marks. Okay, so see the first point, we can say that what is the meaning? What is the meaning or definition? What is the meaning or definition of the reproduction. So in first point we will talk about the meaning or definition of the reproduction. We can say that reproduction means it is one type of capacity. Reproduction is what? It is one type of capacity in which living organisms are able to produce new generations or the new offsprings at the time of maturity. So this capacity is known as what? This capacity is known as reproduction. So we can say that what is reproduction? Reproduction is nothing but it is one type of capacity. Means you can say that yes, it is one type of process. Yes, it is one type of process, but it is not only a process, it is one type of potential, it is one type of power of living organism, it is one type of capacity. So capacity is very important word. Reproduction is one type of capacity in which what? In which different types of living organisms. It means we are talking about only living things. We are not talking about the non-living objects. So it is one type of capacity in which living organisms are capable to do what? To produce. Okay, to produce means to make, to synthesis, to produce the new generation. Here we have used one word for generation, and the word is what? Word is the offspring. Okay, able to produce new offspring at the time of maturity. Okay, at the time of maturity. So after getting the maturity, organisms are able to do reproduction. So again, definition is very important. Again, we are repeating this definition. What is the meaning or definition of reproduction? It is one type of capacity of living organisms in which living organisms are able to produce the new offspring, means new generation at the time of what? At the time of maturity, and this capacity is known as the reproduction. Now in point number 2, if we talk about the types of reproduction, so there are main 2 types of reproduction. There are main how many types? There are main 2 types of reproduction. See, the types of reproduction are not given in your textbook, but for our understanding we are writing here this. Okay, so there are main 2 types of reproduction. The first type, which is known as sexual type of reproduction. The first type, which is known as sexual type of reproduction, and second type, which is known as asexual type of reproduction. See here, A means what? A means no or absent. Okay, so first type is what? First type is sexual type of reproduction, and second type is what? Second type is asexual type of reproduction. We can say that in sexual type of reproduction, zygote will be formed. So zygote formation is there. Zygote formation is found in sexual type of organism. So now we have new word, zygote. What is the meaning of zygote? We are going to understand the meaning of zygote. So we can say that in higher organisms. Okay, see here, in higher organisms, men will produce, we can say that the male gamete. Male will produce male gamete, and male gamete is of N type. N type means what? N type means you can say that haploid. You will remember N type means you can say that the haploid. So in the case of human, in the case of human, the male of human will produce what? Will produce the sperm, and sperm is of N type. Okay, N is what? N is a number of chromosome. N is a half number of chromosome. So it's about the male. And if we are talking about the second individual is what? Second individual is female. So female will produce what? Female will produce female gamete. Female will produce female gamete, and as female gamete in human, ova is there. Okay, ova, which is known as ovum. And ova is also of N type. N type means we can say that haploid. Okay, so see, female will produce female gamete and male will produce male gamete. Now, what is zygote? See, we are going to learn, or we are going to understand about the meaning of the word zygote. So, male gamete and female gamete. See here, we can say that means it is a sperm. Sperm is what? Sperm is one type of male gamete, which is N type. So, sperm means male gamete and ova means what? Ova means female gamete. So, when sperm and ova united with each other, it means we can say that male gamete and female gamete joins with each other with the help of process which is known as fertilization. With the help of process which is known as fertilization. So after joining sperm and ova, the one cell, one 2N type of cell will be formed, and this cell is known as what? This cell is known as zygote. Okay, so zygote is what? Zygote is one type of fusion. Remember, zygote is what? Zygote is one type of fusion. It is one type of combination of the male gamete and female gamete. And we can say that zygote is what? Zygote is diploid type. You will remember, it is C, it is 2N. Zygote is diploid type. Okay, for example of humans, you know that the human sperm having 23 chromosomes, while the ova of human having 23 chromosomes. It means this sperm having 23 chromosomes and this ova having 23 chromosomes. So 23 combines with 23 is equal to what? Is equal to 46. So we can say that humans having how many? Humans having 46 chromosomes. Okay, so 2N means full number of chromosomes. Again, what is the meaning of 2N? 2N means full number of chromosome, and N means what? N means half number of chromosome. 2N means what? N means full number of chromosome, and N means what? N means half number of chromosome. So it is a concept of what? It is a concept of zygote. So we can say that in sexual type of reproduction, zygote formation is there, while we can say that in asexual type of reproduction, zygote is not found. Okay, zygote formation is not there. Now we can say that point number 2, it is found in higher organisms. Okay, it is found in higher organisms, means organisms showing the organ system grade of organization or organisms having complex bodies. So this type of reproduction is found in higher organisms, and asexual reproduction is found in lower organisms. Okay, so you will remember, it is found in higher, it is found in lower organisms, and you will remember that with the help of asexual reproduction, identical, okay, what? Identical generations means identical offsprings will be produced. Identical generations means identical offsprings will be produced, means the offspring or the young ones are identical to their parents, means they are one type of xeroscopy. See, if amoeba is doing asexual reproduction, and after asexual reproduction 2 new amoebas are formed, then these 2 new amoeba or these 2 new offsprings are identical to their what? Identical to their parents. Okay, so it is one type of difference between sexual and asexual type of reproduction. Okay, you will learn a lot about this concept in the 12th standard, but for now we can say that if we talk about the some methods of asexual reproduction. So according to your syllabus, there are main 4 methods of asexual reproduction. See, so many methods are there, but in your syllabus there are main 4 methods of what? 4 methods of asexual reproduction. The first one, we can say that first one is regeneration. The first method is what? First method is about the regeneration. What about the second one? Second one is nothing but second one is about the budding. Second one is about what? Second one is about the budding. Budding is also known as bud formation. Budding is also known as bud formation, means formation of bud. Third one we can say that spore formation. Third one we can say that spore formation means formation of sperm. And fourth one we can say that fourth one is fragmentation. Fourth one is what? Fourth one is fragmentation. So there are main how many? There are main 4 different types of methods of asexual reproduction. Okay, now we are writing what? Now we are writing the examples. We can say that regeneration is found in planaria. Okay, so now we have one name of organism which is known as planaria. See, we are not going to talk about the mechanism or the process of regeneration. Okay, we will learn about it later in standard 12th, but you will remember that the name of method is what? The name of method is regeneration, and the example will be what? Example will be the planaria. But how planaria do regeneration, we are not going to talk about this because it is a one type of very big mechanism. It is one type of very huge concept. If we talk about the budding, then we can say that there are main 2 types of buds. There are main 2 types of buds. First one is internal and second one is external. So you can say that the internal budding is there as well as external budding is there. Okay, see, if bud will be formed inside body, it is known as internal, and if bud will be formed outside the body, it is known as external. But what are the examples? Examples, we can say that in hydra. Okay, in hydra internal buds are there, while in different type of spawns, in hydra external bud is there. Okay, in hydra external bud is there, while in different type of spawns internal bud is there. Okay, so in hydra external budding is there, while in spawns internal budding is there. If we talk about the spore formation, okay, so in this process different type of asexual spore will be formed. See, spore word is connected with the asexual reproduction. So spore formation, we can say that spore formation is found in different type of fungi. So in different type of fungi spore formation is found. What about the fragmentation? Fragmentation is found in different type of algae. Fragmentation is found in different type of algae as well as different type of fungi and different type of higher plants, like we can say that moss. Okay, so moss is nothing but moss is one type of category of plant. You will learn about it later in chapter number 3, but you will remember the all examples. So these are the 4 different type of methods. See, all methods of asexual reproductions are not included. Okay, but only 4 methods are included, and you will remember examples. This type of questions will be asked in match A and B, and one MCQ, definitely one MCQ will be asked from these different types of examples. So we can say that total 2 points are completed. In first point, meaning or definition of reproduction. In second point, types of reproduction, and in second point we said about the methods of asexual reproduction with their particular examples. Now if we talk about the third point, okay, now if we talk about the third point, in third point we can say that what about the unicellular organisms? What about the unicellular organisms? So we can say that in unicellular organisms cell division is there? Yes or no? Cell division is there, and with the help of cell division they are able to grow. So growth is found. So growth is found with the help of what? Growth is found with the help of cell division, and this growth is nothing but this growth is one type of reproduction. For what? For the unicellular organism. So we can say that unicellular organism showing growth as well as reproduction with the help of cell division. So you will remember cell division is connected with both for the growth as well as reproduction. So it is said that growth and reproduction both are interconnected process. Okay, both are interconnected process. So point number 3 is about the unicellular organisms. Now in point number 4 we can say that what about the sterile organisms? What about the sterile organisms? Okay, so now we are writing some exceptions. It means we are talking about the organisms which are not able to do reproduction, which are not able to produce new generation with the help of reproduction. So what about sterile organism? These are one type of organisms which are not able to produce new offsprings with the help of reproduction. So reproduction is not possible. Reproduction is not possible in this type of sterile organisms. For example, we can say that mole is what? It is one type of organism. It is one type of hybrid. It is one type of hybrid organism of what and what? Of donkey and horse. Okay, so it is one type of hybrid animal, hybrid organism of donkey and horse, and it is sterile organism. Then we can say that the worker bee. Okay, worker bee. You know that the honeybee having the different type of caste, and one of the caste is worker bees. Okay, worker bees are not able to do reproduction. And the third example we can say that in humans some couples are there. Okay, some couples are sterile. So some couples of humans are not able to do reproduction or are not able to produce the new generation. So these all are the examples of sterile organisms. See, we can say that reproduction is found in organisms here, yes, but see some exceptions are there. Okay, so 100% all organisms are not able to do reproduction. Okay, now see point number 5. What about the non-living objects? What about the non-living objects? So in non-living objects reproduction is not possible. Okay, so reproduction is not found. Reproduction is not found in non-living objects. So it is a one type of argument from the non-living objects that yes, in non-living objects reproduction is not found. And at last in point number 6, if we talk about the conclusion, yes, we said that reproduction is possible in organisms, two types of reproduction, but we can say that reproduction is not found in all organisms because some exceptions are there. Okay, sterile organisms are one type of exceptions. It means we can say that reproduction is not 100% sufficient. 100% sufficient character. It is not. Reproduction is not 100% sufficient character for the all organisms. Okay, so this question is completed here. Again we are going to revise this question because it is most important question. See the first point, what is the meaning or definition of reproduction? It is nothing but it is one type of capacity of living organism in which the new organisms will be produced at the time of maturity. Two types of reproduction. See, this concept is important. This is the concept about the zygote. Zygote formation is there, zygote will not formed. Then different type of methods of asexual reproduction. These are the names of method with different type of examples. Okay, then we can say that in unicellular organisms cell division
is connected with growth as well as reproduction. Some exceptions are there. In non-living objects reproduction is not possible, and at last we can say that reproduction is not found in all organisms because some exceptions are also there. So it is not 100% sufficient character. So today's lecture is completed. Thank you very much.